Hello, everybody. It's me, Trader Max, and I'm here in this Crypto Ronin space to talk about and ask, what type of trader are you? Let's get started. All right. Well, here's a list of the concepts of traders, right? We got the holder, the day trader, the swing trader, the scalper, the sniper, the community builder, the pump and dumper, the whale, the FOMO trader, the researcher, the speculator, the arbitrager, the influencer trader, and the yield and farmer, and finally the sentiment trader. Now, all these have a little bit of an explanation. I'm going to go through just a little bit of each. You might find a process of who you are in here. You might be some, you might be a little bit, you might be all of them. We got to know there's some of you out there. So let's get started. The holder is more of like hold on for dear life, right? That's what we refer to it as. There's a little acronym with a little kick in there. Buys and hold the meme coins for long term. Often ignoring the short-term market fluctuations, so they don't really look at the ups and downs of each time. They're sort of, I'm just going to hold till it reaches a certain type of either return or emotional state or what have you. So if you're a holder, then you probably, some communities are going to really love you. You'll hold up and you'll hold down, and that's what usually happens. Some forget to trade and get out of it. The day trader. Now we start getting a little bit more serious in the term of day trading, because you're looking to get into something early during the middle of the day or the prime time of the market, depending on what part you're dealing with. With meme coins, that could be anytime because they go in 24/7. The day trader actively trades throughout the day, looking to capitalize on short-term price movements. This is when the price goes down, they may buy and see a trigger for a purchase for a go up, and they're waiting for that day. They're usually using 4-hour or one-day charts, or even 1-hour charts. The 4 hours would be mostly for multiple days in. A 1-hour chart is usually really good for a day trader at that point. The swing trader is going to take advantage of market swings over days or weeks, aiming to profit from medium-term price movements. Now, they may have a longer-term time frame figured out. They may be using Fibonacci networks, crossovers, breakthroughs, bounce off support and resistance, all that kind of stuff, things that you'll learn about in the trading portions of this course. But for now, the swing trader is going to take advantage of those things as they go through these bigger, wide movements. The scalper. Now, the scalper makes numerous trades in a single day, aiming to profit from very small price changes. But here's the thing about a scalper. Usually the ones that are very successful do not use a small amount of money. They usually have large amounts of money. They don't need the market to move very much. They're only, if they're holding on, if they make a trade for 5 SOL and they have that in there, they only need to go up a couple of points and they're going to make 50, 60 bucks and they're going to peel it all off. Right? They do that, or they take their profits. They're not trying to get 1 in time X and 50X and all that stuff. They're scalping off numbers if it's going for them or against them, and they deal with the risk to ruin and risk to reward ratios. You'll find out more about that soon. The sniper. Now, this one's a little bit different than what it used to be, what we used to call it back in the day. But the sniper in this particular case is looking for those deals that are happening as the coin's just starting or in the very early stages, and they're taking advantages of maybe some slower action on the chart. There are battles from devs that are always trying to get rid of the snipers that are there before them and all that kind of stuff. So these guys are a pain in the ass sometimes, but if you're one of them and you got a good, effective way to be able to trade, then more power to you. The community builder, right? Now, this is some of you communities love these people. You focus on growing and engaging with the coin's community, often becoming a key player in the coin's social media presence. And that's good because you got something, that's your presence there. As a trader, you want to make sure that you're in the community to be able to help promote it, and that's what helps work for your bag. You might be rating, you might be doing social media, you might be just telling people about it through social media, but you are a community builder. The pump and dumper participates in the coordinated efforts to artificially inflate a coin's price before selling and making sure that it sells off quickly for a profit. Now, we see this sometimes. We call this sometimes selling the sizzle before the steak, and everybody's like, there's going to be these great things and everything goes out and they're very excited, and then all of a sudden it drops off. If you're one of these, you're inflating the coin, you're probably going to be noticed very quickly. And people will kind of get used to the whole selling the sizzle before the steak thing. and probably won't have much to deal with you. So you got to be careful kind of being in this category. The whale. Now, don't just think a whale has to have more money than God. It's you might become a whale just by simply growing your account up to a certain amount of meme coins. A large holder of a particular meme coin capable of influencing the market with their trades. Now, when you're considered a whale, any little bit of movement, like a regular whale in the ocean, can move a lot of motion around, right? A lot of that ocean around. So you want to see that your whales are in the know. And that's for as a community, you definitely want to make sure that that's happening. You know, you got to make sure that your whales know what's going on. So if you are a whale, being patient, being understanding, being forthwith with information, that's very important if you're involved in a community. The FOMO trader. Well, the FOMO trader buys into meme coins based on hype and fear of missing out, right? That's what FOMO stands for. Often reacting emotionally to the markets. And sometimes this emotional value is just from immaturity in trading or fear that they're going to lose their money. 90% of FOMO traders overinvest and don't pay attention enough, and they pull out prematurely. And it's very harsh because it's something that if you find yourself being emotionally triggered every time that you're doing trades, look at your risk assessment. That's a very important lesson to learn. The researcher. Now, the researcher invests times in deeply analyzing projects. You're looking for meme coins with potential for long-term success based on fundamentals. And there is a part of research, the researcher, that I really enjoy. I'm a researcher as well. I'm a few of the other ones that are in their technical analysis and those things, and I'm really looking at that process. But in most cases, over analyzing can also hurt you as well. So make sure that if you are a researcher, you are looking, there are going to be times that you're going to have to pull the trigger so you don't fade out of a project. The speculator. The speculator takes high-risk bets on low value or newly launched meme coins, hoping for a massive return. And this speculator, unlike the sniper, is usually getting in the beginning with all the hype that's happening. You know, we're going to be the best, we're going to the moon, LFG, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes they get a point where they start DCAing in and are buying up higher and higher and higher. And then all of a sudden it drops and everybody gets scared. You, as well as the person who gets triggered by the emotional stuff, the FOMO person, are usually in the same kind of boat in these beginning stages. The arbitrager. Now, this one's a little bit unique because it does take some knowledge of different DEXs and different marketplaces to be on to see like there's a price difference on one than there is to another, and you buy off of one for a little bit lower price and sell on another at a little higher price. So you can easily arbitrage from one market system to another, and this kind of happens because there's some systems that are faster than the other. You've paid more gas fees on one or less gas fees on one, and you can kind of figure that out. I try not to get into this battle. I get mixed up in the fees too much, you know, and so you have to be very careful doing this. You got to have some pretty strong equipment to know the differences, and I know there are stuff out there, but this is something that I kind of steer away from. The influencer trader. Now, this is somebody that trades based on the opinions and signals from social media influencers or well-known figures like KOLs and that kind of stuff. Usually KOLs and influencers have some sort of bag in whatever they're promoting. So maybe they just are telling people about it. They may have also helped pump up the coin, selling the sizzle before the steak. So you always got to be careful that if you are influenced by influencers to begin these trades, that you make sure that you do some extra stuff, which we'll talk about here at the end. The yield farmer. Now, the yield farmer participates in staking and farming or liquidity pools to earn rewards. They often hold meme coins as part of their strategy in multiple different sections and staking them. And in later videos, we'll talk more about what staking is and farming is, but it's a long mentality, and you got to be rock solid in your thoughts and what you want to do with that coin. The sentiment trader. Like the FOMO person, the sentiment trader buys and sells based on general sentiment or mood within a community. Often they use social media as cues, so they'll see when new things are coming out, or if there's a lot of reaction, or if there's a good space. You might just buy into a coin because it sounded cool. As far as the final thoughts here, no matter what type of trader you are, do your own research. You'll see this all over the place, DYOR. The crypto market, especially the meme coin space, is highly volatile and unpredictable and scammy. It's crucial that you understand the projects you're investing in, you stay informed about the market trends and news within the community if you are into that part of the process, manage your risks effectively, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. I'm Trader Max. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.